Hi, today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial for Handsome Jack from Borderlands. I did a speed run of my makeup a few weeks ago just to show the process of how I do it, but hopefully this time I'll give a bit more of a step-by-step and you'll be able to see a bit clearer what I'm actually doing. This is just how I personally do my makeup. There are tons and tons of really good Handsome Jack tutorials out there, so just do whatever works for you. So I start with just popping on my wig cap to get my hair out of my face. Other than that, I'll just put on a little bit of face primer and conceal all my spotches. With my concealer, I'll cover up all my little spots and blemishes, but also put it wherever I want the areas to be a lot lighter. So I'm just going to pop my mirror up here. I'll just use a makeup sponge to blend all that in. Okay, now I'm just going to cover up the bottom section of my eyebrows. So they're covered on the bottom when I draw Jacks in later. So I just use just a normal glue stick and just an eyebrow brush. So I'll comb my eyebrows into the wrong direction. And just with the glue stick, just pop that on. Again, just in the wrong direction, opposite the grain. And then comb the eyebrows down flat. So now I can go over my entire face with just my foundation. So obviously just one that matches your skin tone. So now that I've done my foundation, next I draw in my eyebrows. So Jack's set fairly low, a lot lower than where my natural brow is. So I'll just draw in a couple of little lines. Just where I want them to start to give me a guide. And then the arch of his brows pretty well lines up with my own, so I just bring the arch right up above my own line and down. Okay, now that I've got a rough shape for Jack's eyebrows with my pencil, now I can go in with my liquid eyeliner. The reason I do start off with a pencil first is just because it's easier to wipe off if I do make a mistake. So it's very rare that I get them both even first try. So I always do the pencil first and then the liquid because it's harder to get off. Okay, so now I just use a brown pencil just to fill in those eyebrows. And I don't know how well this is going to show up on my camera, but then I use black eyeliner pencil again, just to give it a bit of shading and depth into it, so it's not just drawn on brown. Okay, so now that I'm relatively happy with the shape, I can just take a concealer stick and a brush and just get a little bit of that concealer and just pop it on where we glued earlier, just to help hide my natural brow underneath there. So I am terrible at hiding my eyebrows, they're still visible, so please go look up some better tutorials for eyebrows because I still cannot get that part. So now that I've done that part, I'm going to do a little bit of contouring. So I'll use a 3-shade palette. This is again just another cheapy brand. So this one with the dark, light and mid-tones. So for all my shading I'll just use the darkest tone. It's the one that's missing the majority of it. And I'll just take a medium-sized brush. So I'll take some of that dark shade. And I'll just run 2 lines down either side of my nose. Once you've got those two very obvious lines, then you can just take just the same brush and just blend them down into your nose more. And then we'll colour in with the same brush and dark colour. Just put a straight line across there and colour in the whole underside of my nose. So now I'm going to take same again and colour in all the way along the top of my eyelid and under the brow. So I'm not going to worry about contouring the rest of my face yet. I'm just going to concentrate mostly on my eyes and my nose to start with and then work my way out. So I'll grab my liquid eyeliner again and look at my reference picture on my screen. I'm just going to draw in all the tiny little lines and creases around his eyes, down his nose and in the corners. So I'll speed through this part, but I'll try and slow it down just to show each little section as I do them. Alright, so next I'm going to put my wig on because it just helps me figure out where to put my cheekbones and the clips and everything like that. So now I can stick on my hinges. So to stick them on, I'll use still a bit of eyelash glue. So just line them both up at the same time. Now I've got my hinges on, I can draw in the V-line for his mask. So for this one, it's just from the corner to basically the top of my ear, just in a rough half circle shape. Okay, now we've got the top half of our mask done. So I'll go back to my contour palette with the dark shade again. And I'll just colour in all around the edge. And then we've got the lines just either side of here with some shadowing. So we'll just shade in this area here. So for these little lines either side of the clips, just do some really light lines. So just accentuating that that's where the ridge in the mask is. So on the edge of his mask, it has a few little cracks and imperfections in it, so I'll just draw those in. So now I'll put in his forehead lines and finish off the top half of the face. Now that I have all these little lines, I'm just going to put some little extra shadows and highlights in them to make them a bit more realistic. So again, contour palette, it's my best friend. So the darker colour, I'll just pop that in underneath each crease. And then I'm going to take the lighter shade in the centre and just put it over the top of those lines just to highlight it a little more. So now those lines just have a little bit more shadow and depth. And so now I'm going to draw in my jaw lines for the mask. So I'll use my pencil again. So I'll do in the sideburns first, so the mask lines can come straight off that. So now I just draw in this line. I go slightly above where my jaw is and then bring it right down to my chin. Again, just trying to make everything look longer and skinnier. And again with the contour palette in the dark shade, I'll just contour right around under that line. So I'll switch to my big fluffy brush, do the same thing just to feather that out down my neck. So next I'm going to work on my eyes before I do my cheeks because I do lean against my face and I don't want to mess up all the cheek contouring. So I'll use a liquid eyeliner and also my pencil. So So I probably will speed through this part because it's going to be awkward to try and show each little part, but I'll try and show afterwards all the lines and everything. I don't know how much you'll be able to see when I speed it up, but I've just drawn in the little eye clips in the corners, done my eyeliner around and added just all the little lines that you can see on the reference picture. So I'm just going to colour in the little mask clips in the corner, just some white eyeliner. Okay, now we need to do some shading around the eyes. So contour palette again. So I'm going to start off with the lightest shades and just put in some under my eyes just to hide that darkness under there. So we're pretty well covered under there. So now I'll switch to the darkest shade again. I'll just retouch up well here, make sure that's nice and darkened as much as I can with my contour palette. Okay, now to get that little bit of extra darkness, I've got an eyeshadow palette just in some dark brown, natural sort of tones. So get a little bit of that darkest one just with the same medium brush and just do it in my eye crease and right in the corners here just to darken that even further. So now I'll move on down to my lip and chin area. So I'll use a really good concealer, and I just use my fingers for this part and just cover up my lips with concealer. So I'll use my liquid eyeliner again. So it has very pointed top lip and then not quite as accentuated down the bottom. So now I've got the basic lip shape. Now I can just get my dark contour again and fill in that top lip with the dark brown. And then just put a little bit of the same just on the edges but leave the centre light. So then fall at the top of the nose to make that real divot there. Use the dark and just colour in a little half circle at the top here. Put in and just shade underneath my nose so that it connects up. Now just draw a little horseshoe in here with just a couple of little flicks either side, just following the reference picture again. We've got those in there, so with my darker contour again, I'll just very lightly shade the top of my lips. And leaving just a little lighter ridge on top of my lip. So now for underneath the lip, I'll shade that in really dark and just feather it out towards that clip. So now I just need to draw in the extra lines here to give that little square appearance on the jaw. So I'll just put a couple of little flicks outwards. And then a line going down. Just to give that little square base he has at the bottom of his jaw. And so I'll just bring these lines up later once I put the sides in, and that'll make a square. Now I just draw in the lines underneath his lip. And I can also now put in these little smile lines. So I'll put some shadow in there as well. Just with the dark contour, just shade into the corner of the nose and down over top of these. Doubles them down a little bit. So now I can work on doing the actual face contouring to the cheeks. So I'll use my dark contour and just my skinny brush to start with. So I start just outside my eye and bring a curve down along here and then down to my chin. So now I'll just use this small brush again and just feather it slightly. Then I'll switch to my big fluffy brush and just finish off that blending. So instead of just having these real straight lines, I take a little bit more dark and just bring a slight curve under my cheek just to enhance that top area of the cheekbone. Now I can go with my liquid again and actually draw in all the lines. Now I just fixed up all my little shadows and shading. Get everything to look a little bit more blended. Fill in a little bit more of a shadow here so this stands out more. Alright, so that's probably hopefully enough for the shadows. Let's go back in with my pencil and my liquid. I'll just fill in these sideburns because I somehow completely forgot to do them. So just fill those in with black, and you can add some little highlights if you want to make them look a little bit more 3D. So I know a lot of people use actual stick-on sideburns. I really want to make some, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. So painting them on for now is the best I can do. Alright, we've got our sideburns filled in now. So I'm going to go back and use the highlighter over all the lighter areas. So I'll load up my brush with that light one and just go over everything that needs a highlight, like down the ridge of my nose. It's basically the same place we used contour on, just to really brighten those areas up. And for my cheekbones, I'll just use my fluffy brush and do the same thing. So once you've got all your basics done, it's just a matter of going back over a few things, touching them up, trying to get them a bit more how you want them, blending more, darkening more, just until you're happy with the end result. So I'll pop some liquid eyeliner just under the edges of my ears. This is like the hardest part to do, so I just do sort of a very rough job just so my ears don't stand out as being not cel-shaded. So I think that's Jack mostly finished. Pop his jacket on. Yeah, I think that's about it. Sorry for rambling and being generally awkward and sounding really boring, and forgetting to constantly look up at the camera instead of looking down here at my screen. This is the first tutorial I've ever made, apart from that one really quick clip I did a few weeks back. So hopefully it's not too painful. If anyone enjoyed it, let me know. I can try and do some better ones in the future if I get a better camera. I'll leave some details after this video and some photos, and I hope it actually helped. Thank you.